the headline. So in case you missed it and you've been under a rock or something, our very own Charlamagne the God sat down with Fox's My View with Lara Trump, and the two spoke about a number of things like media outlets having a balanced amount of guests from both political parties, who you would like to see run on the 2028 presidential ticket, citing Nikki Haley and the possibility of Stephen Colbert and Jon Stewart ticket, social services, feeling safe, putting money in people's pockets, and just a host of other things. Now, you Charlamagne the God, also rated Trump's presidency so far. Let's take a listen to those comments in part on my View on Fox with Lara Trump.
I wouldn't give it a good rating.
Why not?
Simply because, the least of us are still being impacted the worst. Like when you look at something like, the big, beautiful bill, that's something that, I'm going to benefit from because of the tax bracket that I'm in. But, there's going to be so many people that's hurt by that bill. And, anything that, takes away Medicaid from people and is going to put people in a worse financial situation than, they were previously in, I'm not for it.
Yeah, so, and then you guys had a very robust conversation around that as well. Shortly after that aired, Trump, the president, posted on Truth Social, and I quote, "The very wonderful and talented Lara Trump, whose show is a big rating success, put racist sleazebag Charlamagne the God."
Oh my God, no.
Why he's allowed to use the word God describing himself. Can anyone imagine the uproar there would be if I used that nickname? He went on to say he's a low IQ individual, has no idea what words are coming out of his mouth, and knows nothing about me or what I've done, like just ending 5 wars, including a 31-year bloodbath between Republic of Congo and Rwanda, where 7 million people have died and there was no end in sight. He didn't know that, or India and Pakistan, or wiping out Iran's nuclear capabilities, or closing the horrendous open border, or creating the greatest economy where prices and inflation have come all the way down, and where stupid and corrupt Joe Biden set the record for doing the worst job as president ever. But this dope Charlamagne would vote for Sleepy Joe or Kamala? Question mark. Remember 1 year ago our country was dead. Now it's the hottest country anywhere in the world. MAGA.
Got this man explaining what he doing. Damn.
So Charlamagne, you followed that up with a post on social with a series of posts and a caption that read, "Swipe left to see how correct at Miss J. Willie was on The Daily Show this past week. President Trump was better off going after Urkel, though, because he is really scraping the bottom of the black barrel coming at me. You can't go from MLK Jr., President Obama, Oprah, Beyonce, to a sleazebag named Leonard." Anyway, yes.
Leonard. It is Leonard.
It's Leonard. It's definitely Leonard.
It's Leonard.
Leonard.
Okay. Anyway, you went on to say, "Yes, I believe there's a political coup happening in the Republican Party, and I appreciate Lara Trump for having me on My View last night to talk about that, amongst other things. Let's discuss." So, yeah, I mean, if this is how we got here, and I'm sure, you're going to get into it, you're going to address it.
Yeah, thank you, Lara Trump, for having me on My View. I enjoyed the conversation. I think it's ridiculous that The View has had 102 left-leaning guests and 0 conservatives. That is ridiculous to have a platform and only talk to people that you agree with. That makes no sense whatsoever to me. So thank you, Lara, for having me on. And I'll discuss all the president stuff in about an hour.
I will say this: I'm proud of Charlamagne, but he's always stood by what he stands with. He always gives his word. He never falls back. This is nothing new to him. He stands 10 toes down, and I always appreciate him for that.